Thanks for joining us on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Let's talk Blue Ridge boys basketball. Casey Jenkins joining us right now. Casey, let's talk about your team for 2015-16.
I'm pretty excited for our team. I know our kids are really excited. We have 2 seniors and 8 juniors. So we've had more age and experience on this team than we have had in the past. We also have an enthusiasm that we haven't had in the past around the program and specifically from the players. So we are all excited for hopefully a successful season.
Let's talk a little bit about you and your age and being able to make sure you're getting kids to do what they're supposed to do, and your coaching staff as well.
Yeah, I am rather inexperienced, but that being said, let's see, the junior class, I've had them since they were in the 8th grade, so and my assistant has been with me as well with that group. So we have a great rapport with much of our team. They know what's expected over, there's no new expectations this year. They know what was expected in the past is carrying over to now. So I feel really good about the connection that we have with our players. And they're really willing to work hard each and every day. There's never a task we give them that they don't attack head on.
Okay, so let's talk about some coaches in your life that have kind of given you a foundation, because all of us have had 1 or 2 or 3 or some people that have influenced us, said, I want to take that from that coach or take this from that coach. Tell us about some of those influences in your life.
Sure. Well, I played at Mountain View, and in my last 2 years at Mountain View, we're lucky to have Corey Gessford and Patrick Heaton come on board, and that really, for me, that was a huge deal. They opened my eyes up to the game, to see the game much differently. I currently coach in Corey Gessford's AAU program, 21 Hoops, and he's been probably definitely my biggest mentor. I love the way he sees the game and approaches it from kind of like a life perspective. So those 2 guys, for sure, have been a huge impact on me, not only in basketball, but elsewhere in life.
Casey Jenkins joined us here on the John Mendola Show as we talk Blue Ridge basketball. Of course, the season has already started. Casey, for you guys, let's talk about the opening weekend, how you were able to do.
Sure. The opening weekend, we had Wyalusing on the 5th, or the 4th, rather, the 4th. And they really tested us. I know Coach Kai's over there really well. He's an excellent coach. He's on his way to creating an excellent program. And they tested us. They did some excellent things, changing the pace of the game. They got kids that work really hard. We're lucky enough to win that game. And then Saturday night, the 5th, we played Sayre, and we were able to get out ahead early and then kind of ride that lead late through the game. I don't know their coaching staff very well, but they tested us hard. They out-rebounded us many possessions. Rebounding statistics were very close to the game. So I was happy to walk out on the weekend 2-0.
And a Blue Ridge team that's 2-0, and obviously, your first year, you want to make sure things are going right. How much confidence did that give the guys? You got to bring them back down to earth a little bit, but how much confidence did that give a group that's so young, and of course with the new coaching staff and stuff like that?
Well, the last couple of years we haven't had much success, so to start the year with 2 wins clearly is a big deal, especially to the kids that are excited to get out on the correct foot. That being said, again, I've been with these players for quite a while. They realize that 2-0 is that's not what we're after. We're after a much bigger scale, much grander view. So they realize that they're not going to rest on just those couple wins on opening weekend.
Casey, what can we expect out of your team? You like to run and gun. You do have some half-court sets. Tell us a little about, not without giving away too many secrets, but as far as your coaching style, what do you like to do?
I like to give the kids freedom, right? So we do some things where, oftentimes I'll be overly quiet from the sidelines. That being said, there'll be times where you'll hear me far too often, but I like to give our kids freedom and put them each in positions where they can showcase what they're good they do well. We'd like to be able to score as many points as possible. So if people give us freebies, we're going to take them. We have a couple kids that can shoot it from distance. We got a couple big guys that can score and paint well. So yeah, that's pretty much what we want to do.
Casey, when you talk about the league this year, what are you hearing about the competition that you'll face in the Lackawanna League? Of course, you guys are in Division IV.
Right. Well, clearly Montrose and Elk Lake are going to be tough. They always are. I feel like the entire league is rather balanced. Those two, in my opinion, are going to be real tough. Both those teams have excellent players. And they're kind of where we want to be as far as a program standpoint. They have success nearly annually. So we kind of aim and shoot for those two teams, and we expect those teams to excel. Across the board, though, it's going to be tough competition. Lackawanna Trail's no slouch. A couple of the schools have lost a lot of bodies, so that definitely hurts. But that being said, watch out the next couple of years for like a team like Susquehanna. Look out, because they're inexperienced right now, but they have a great young group coming up. So we expect to compete each and every night with every team we play.
Well, it should be a lot of fun. Always a nice battle in the northern tier, so to speak, of the Lackawanna League with some of those teams with the rivalry games, that's for sure. Casey, we appreciate your time. We wish you well. Congratulations on a nice fresh start with 2-0.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you having me on.
Casey Jenkins here on the John Mendola Show as we talk Blue Ridge basketball. We're driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers.